Superhero movies have changed the world of film thanks to the MCU. Now, they are some of the highest-grossing films ever made, with incredible CGI and world-class acting. Welcome to Binge TV, and today we'll be taking a look at one of the videos our fans have been waiting for the most, our countdown of the top 10 best superhero movies of all time. Stay until the end of our video to learn which one we consider to be the best superhero movie ever made. And also, subscribe to our channel for more content like this one. Without further ado, let's begin. 10th place, Thor Ragnarok.
No, I won, easily.
Doesn't sound right.
Well, it's true.
In the 10th place of our list, we have Thor Ragnarok. While not the most important movie of the MCU at a story level, it's by far the funniest one of all, making it obvious that Chris Hemsworth, Tessa Thompson, and Jeff Goldblum were having a lot of fun playing off their characters in the script.
To prevent Ragnarok, the end of everything.
So I'm putting together a team.
Add to that incredible CGI that flawlessly recreates Asgard and other realms, and this movie turns into one of the most memorable ones of the MCU. 9th place, Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
The ones that do call him the Winter Soldier. He's a ghost.
We have one of the unsung heroes, no pun intended, of the MCU. The Russo brothers managed to turn what would have been a bland sequel to an incredible superhero movie and turn the Winter Soldier into an important MCU character.
People are gonna die. I can't let that happen. Captain America needs my help.
That brings back the paranoia of the Reagan era into the 21st century. The real enemy is none other than Captain America's original best friend, turning it into a gripping film both at an action level and an emotional one too. The best moment is when Steve Rogers takes out an entire elevator full of Hydra agents and kicks off that moment saying, "Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?" 8th place, The Incredibles.
Mr. Incredible, we need your help.
In our 8th spot, we're leaving the MCU behind for a while to take a look at one of the original animated superhero movies, The Incredibles. Produced by Pixar and setting in an alternate version of the 1960s. It follows the Pars family, a group of superheroes who hide their superpowers to keep in line with the government mandate. However, Mr. Incredible's desire to help people draws the entire family into a fight with a fanboy. That actually turns out to be incredibly dangerous. 14 years later, its incredible sequel, no pun intended, was released. 7th place, The Dark Knight.
So what are you proposing?
It's simple. Kill the Batman.
Written and directed by the genius filmmaker Christopher Nolan, The Dark Knight is the second film of Nolan's The Dark Knight trilogy, starring Christian Bale as Batman. Featuring one of the most anarchist and over-the-top versions of the Joker ever seen on film, this movie has one of the darkest versions of Batman ever seen. It literally tells you about it with its movie title, The Dark Knight. The film even became the highest-grossing film of 2008. That's just how good it was. 6th place, Black Panther.
You get to decide what kind of king you are going to be.
In the 6th spot of our list, we have Black Panther. On top of adding really witty political commentary, this movie is groundbreaking for adding diversity in Hollywood. Black Panther oozes Ryan Coogler's flair and features an incredibly realized Afrofuturistic setting with humanity, warmth, and a sense of foreboding action. On top of that, the villain of this film, Killmonger, is one of the best in the MCU. 5th place, The Avengers.
What do we do?
We get ready.
In the 5th place of our list, we have The Avengers, released in 2012. We couldn't create a list of superhero movies without adding this groundbreaking movie that turned the MCU into a worldwide phenomenon. It features the original Avengers, Iron Man, Thor, Hulk, Black Widow, Hawkeye, and other supporting characters, and their fight against Loki, Thor's brother who wants to subjugate Earth. This was also the first time we got to see Thanos, even though his on-screen time on film didn't last more than 10 seconds. It even feels nostalgic to talk about this film after watching all the ones that follow through. This one was the highest-grossing film of 2012, too. 4th place, Wonder Woman.
Diana, lucky you. It's like not one day has passed.
In the 4th spot of our list, we have a DCU film that surpassed all others thanks to its realistic and emotional portrayal of Wonder Woman. Princess Diana's boring life is interrupted by the arrival of Steve Trevor, an American pilot who somehow crashes into the Amazonian island of Themyscira. The best moment of the film was when Wonder Woman charged across no man's land, deflecting bullets with her shield and showing us just how barbaric human wars can end up being. A sequel is also set to be released soon, though COVID-19 caused many delays in its production. 3rd place, Iron Man 1.
Eyes are red. Your tears for your long-lost boss?
Tears of joy. I hate job hunting.
The first film of our top 3 is Iron Man 1, better known as just Iron Man actually. This movie is the first film of the MCU, being the seed that turned into a tree of cash cows for Marvel after its original release in 2008. The movie, of course, tells us about master engineer Tony Stark, who builds the Iron Man mechanized suit of armor and becomes the superhero Iron Man, after escaping captivity from a terrorist group. It was followed by sequels Iron Man 2 and Iron Man 3. Second place, Avengers Endgame.
I fought my way out of that cave, became Iron Man, realized I loved you.
If Iron Man kicked things off and Avengers turned it into a popular phenomenon, Endgame is the final chapter of the MCU cycle, announced back in 2014 and finally released in 2019. It features the culmination of everything we've seen in every MCU film so far. Every little character, plot thread, and villain comes to a full stop in this incredibly hilarious film. It was one of the most expensive films ever made, but also the highest grossing film of all time. If we were to count all the awards this movie was nominated for, we'd have to do a separate video. So let's just head straight down to the first place of our list. First place, Logan.
Hello. You know you gotta pay for that, right? Hey, come on.
In the first spot of our list, we have none other than Logan, a 2017 superhero film that starred Hugh Jackman as the Wolverine. This movie tells us the story of an aged Wolverine and an extremely ill Charles Xavier, who defend a young mutant named Laura from the villainous Reavers, led by Donald Pierce and Xander Rice, two of the most dreadful villains ever seen in a superhero movie. It was so good that it was nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay at the 90th Academy Awards, becoming the first live-action superhero film to ever be nominated for screenwriting. It even became the third highest grossing R-rated film of all time, so that's gotta count for something. So, what are your thoughts on these incredible superhero movies? Let us know in the comments. Also, make sure to leave us a like, share this video with your friends, and also subscribe to our channel for more incredible videos like this one. We hope you enjoyed our video, and we'll see you next time.